back to the Draw Pod. It's me, your host, Elyse. In this episode, I'll be chatting while doing some fashion drawings that I'm taking from Pinterest. If you're new here, this is a visual podcast where I draw something and chat with you as I go. You really don't have to watch the video to know what's going on, and if you prefer to listen to it on a podcast app, it's available everywhere. If you want to watch the YouTube video, check out my channel, which is always linked in the description of the podcast. So, what's up? How's it going? I am really excited that it's a Monday morning. Mondays are my favorite day of the week. I don't really love weekends that much. I think I've touched on it briefly in the past. Part of it is that the podcast I listen to, everyone uploads their podcasts on Mondays at the beginning of the week, and I don't have anything to listen to by like Saturday and Sunday, except for this podcast. So you're welcome for uploading on Saturdays. Anyway, but also like everyone else kind of takes a break on the weekends, and I don't know. I know it's good to take breaks on weekends, but right now, it's like I like having stuff to do every day. So anyway, so yeah, I'm excited. It's a Monday. I had a really good walk this morning with my dogs, and it's just the weather has been kind of nice, at least at 6:45 in the morning when I've, sometimes been going, just because it's getting really hot in Texas. I think my dad said it's going to be like 104 today or something, which is crazy. See, I don't even really notice that it gets hot because I just go out in the morning whenever it's maybe in the 70s, and then I just stay inside for the rest of the day. So, it feels like it's just spring still, right? So yeah, also I wanted to say I'm going to take a brief pause on the Madrid Memories series for this week just because I wanted to change it up a little bit. But I've really genuinely been enjoying doing those a lot. They've been a lot of fun for me to work on. So I'm going to continue that moving forward, but I just wanted to mention that quickly. Anyway, so let's talk about Pinterest. I really like Pinterest. I've kind of rediscovered it recently, that it's a really good place to find references for artwork and kind of just some good visual inspiration. And for a while, I was really hesitant about doing drawings from Pinterest because I just came out of out of art school, and there they kind of teach you that you need to credit pictures if you are using them, and you shouldn't like actually copy them directly. You know what I mean? So I kind of was very hesitant to just use that for sketching, but that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just using it for sketching and practicing my skills. I'm not, taking credit for the photography of other people. So anyway, that's what we're working on today. And also I really love fashion and textiles. I think they're super, I don't know, it's something very interesting to me. It's definitely kind of my more maximalist brain getting excited about it at this point. But yeah, I love one of my good friends in my senior year of college, Lena, she does amazing textile work, and it was so cool getting to see her in the studio making this kind of work. So I wish I could do it. I think my issue is I don't for doing textiles and like weaving and knitting and crocheting, to break the rules, you have to really know the rules well. And I know that I probably don't have the patience to really get to know the rules before I'd eventually definitely want to break them. So maybe in the future, maybe I'll pick up knitting at some point. But yeah, so, and also I feel like I there's an interesting relationship that I'd like to explore in my work with textiles and plants, because those are things that aren't really, they are very connected because, you use plants to make textiles, make the materials for them, but at the same time, they're kind of kept separate from each other. As in, like, you don't want to have like your comforter or blanket outdoors really because it's going to get dirty, or things like that. Or you have certain types of upholstery that you bring outside because they won't be affected by weather. But it's like, what if we think more about kind of ruining the plants, or not ruining the plants, ruining the fabric? So I don't know. something that I've been thinking about. I don't really know how to translate it into a body of work or anything, or if I want to translate it into a body of work right now, just because I'm still trying to figure out what role exactly making art has in my life at the moment. I definitely, like I've said, I think before, I love sketching. I love practicing drawing, and drawing is like a skill for me. But I just really kind of feel maybe burnt out from doing artwork like I did whenever I was at school, just because there's kind of a lot of pressure I felt to have it mean something or to have it look a certain way. Maybe not like a certain way, but there were definitely things that were pushing me in the right direction for art making, but that also provided some stress for me, and that stress was okay in a school environment, but now that I'm outside of it, it's been harder for me to replicate, I guess. So yeah, also I think it's funny for someone who is very interested in textiles and fabric and looking at fashion and drawing fashion, I dress pretty plainly. Today I'm wearing a t-shirt that my dad got me somewhere a while ago, and some Outdoor Voices leggings, because that's pretty much what I live in, workout clothes and t-shirts, because there's really no point in dressing up, like, but also it's not just because like we're in, the pandemic and everything and I'm staying at home. Like, this is just how I dress all the time, leggings and a t-shirt, because that's what's comfortable to me, and if I'm not actually, working in a professional environment, what's the point of dressing up? So yeah, something new that I learned, I like to introduce this at some point in each of my podcasts, but something new I learned this week is that it's not really new. As I always say, it's not something new, but it's something I want to teach you and let you know that computers, when you're buying a computer, oh my gosh, please upgrade it with like 16 gigs of RAM, and also do update the processor, upgrade it, pay the extra money. Do not just buy the standard level of Mac, or even just no matter what computer you're buying. Do that, because I've edited so many videos in Premiere ever since getting my new Mac that I've been working on, and it took like maybe 5 to 10 minutes to export something that would have taken over an hour on my other computer, which was a great computer, but it only had 8 gigs of RAM, and I don't even know what the processing was like in it. But it's just this computer has been such a blessing. And also, it's kind of a crappy thing that Apple does that, well, I mean, I guess I understand kind of wanting to only do AirDrop for your products and not kind of work with other products, even though that's lame. But now I don't have to plug in my phone where I shoot my videos into my my Windows laptop and let that like try and upload to it, and that kind of took a long time. It took me a long time to learn how to do that. I turned some stuff off in settings just because Apple tries to be as incompatible with other software and devices as possible. So that took me a while. But anyway, now I can just film something and AirDrop it to my computer. It's not a whole process that takes up a lot of space or energy or anything, so really happy with that. Again, though, I will say, Apple, you're kind of lame for making things difficult. But anyway, that's what new thing I learned this week. It's that if you're buying a new computer, upgrade it as much as possible. It will pay off. So let's see, what else is up? I've been back at home for a while and really enjoying my routine that I've been doing. I am feeling a little stagnant. Honestly, I kind of broke down a little bit yesterday. I was really just kind of feeling again upset about the state of the world and wishing that there was a difference in like one of the variables. So like that the virus would be gone. I would love for that variable to change. Like, I would be more okay not having a job, not being able to even see my friends, or I mean, I guess those kind of go hand in hand, but not having a job and having it be so hot outside, like I would be fine with that if the virus was gone. Or even if the virus was still here, just getting a job, that would change things up for me. I'm kind of looking for just a big change, something different. I'm not getting bangs, don't worry. That's something, I was laughing to myself a little bit about that yesterday. I was like, well, that is something that I can do, change my life up a little bit. That's very easy, but I'm not going to do that. I told myself I'm not going to cut my hair at all or change it in any way during this time. But anyway, yeah, that's something that every few weeks I notice that makes me really upset. It's just kind of still feeling stuck in everything that's going on, and that things are just kind of at a standstill, and my brain is always wanting something new, something different. I'm really enjoying doing my podcast and my YouTube videos and everything, but you can only kind of do that so much, and I don't really want to exceed uploading twice a week because I feel like that could easily overwhelm me. So if I do upload more than twice a week, it's just kind of an extra random video and not something that I am putting as much effort into as my main videos and my podcast. So I don't know. If you're feeling the same way, let me know. But it's just been, I'm sure everyone is feeling that way. But yeah, it's just really quite a time to be graduating into this job market and having this be my first experience really applying to jobs, like big girl jobs, So that's been, something I've been working on. And I took the day off on Saturday, which is rare for me, I guess, or I'm not very good at. I mentioned I don't really love the weekends that much, and I kind of decided to take a full day off on Saturday, and that was okay. Some of it was good, some of it was bad. I really thought it was a good thing that I completely shut out all social media and pretty much everything else that day. I spent like 3 or 4 hours off my phone, just having it turned off and away, not texting anyone, not doing anything, and that was really nice, and I should do that more. But I have a hard time just laying around. Like, I don't watch TV, really. I watch a lot of YouTube, but when I'm kind of out of content, there's not a ton left for me to do. But I just don't really like watching TV. I know that sounds crazy and weird. I don't really like movies that much either. I have to, that's something more I prefer to do in like a social setting with other people. So I can't just like binge watch something all day. I don't like doing that. I did play a lot of Animal Crossing, and the Saturday that I took off was the fishing tournament, and that was really fun. I got a lot of work done on that, and I also worked on my island a lot, and that was really good to get to spend like several hours just making a bunch of changes, making it look better. I really enjoyed that. So that was a fun day. Still, the jury's still out on taking a day off entirely, but I had a really good morning. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough rambling about my day off. But another thing that's been going on is I'm still practicing my Spanish. It's been going well. I am making a video about it that's coming out soon about just kind of an initial video about wanting to study Spanish again and how I'm planning on doing it. Quickly, I'll just run through what I've been doing. I have this chart printed out that I have in front of me. It's like a little tracker, and I found this grammar book, and it had 26 units left in it, and there's 26 weeks left in the year whenever I picked it up. So I was like, well, cool, I'll just do this till the end of the year. And so I'm going to do a grammar lesson every week. I'm going to do 30 minutes of listening in some way. I try to read 3 articles. I want to review vocab that I save, and I want to translate a song from Spanish to English. That's what I used to do a lot in high school, and I think some in middle school as well. So yeah, that's been fun. It's been fun kind of learning again and picking up something different. And I'm looking forward to seeing how my Spanish improves over the next few months, hopefully, or at least I'm just able to retain it, if nothing else. But yeah, so I guess the last thing I'll talk about a bit is that my job search continues. I redid my portfolio, and all it actually took was, I'd been working on it for quite some time, a few weeks, and all it actually took to finish it was 2 hours because of a phone call that I had with just a connection that that I'm doing networking with. And she asked for my portfolio website, and I was like, yes, I can get that to you. And so I was like, okay, this is my shot. This is a good chance to, show off my work to a person who could really maybe help me out. So I just went into the zone and I cranked it out in 2 hours, and it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. If you want to check it out, it's ElyseDraws.com. It's spelled ELYSEDRAWS.com if you want to take a peek at my portfolio. But yeah, I'm happy that I finally got that done and it's ready to go. So now pretty much all of my materials for my job search and applications, they're kind of up to the standard that I want them to be at. So I'm really happy about that. And I also have a call on Tuesday, so it's after, it already happened by the time you're listening to this, but with someone from my school's career services department. So that should be good. I need a little more guidance right now, I think. So yeah. So I think that's a good enough update for this week, kind of putting some thoughts out to you guys. So if you have any responses to any of these or anything you'd like to share, leave them in the comments or, contact me through my Instagram, which is at Elyse_draws. But yeah, thanks so much for listening, and please rate this podcast if you're listening to it on an app or like it on YouTube. That helps me out a lot. And yeah, thanks so much for listening, and I hope you have a great week ahead. Bye.